So there we go, right? Opens the door, bumps her right into the Tesla. And here comes what I can only assume is his dad. He looks in there. I don't. Why does he have to look at that Tesla? Because he already has that plan, right? He had the rat in the head is running on that little circle treadmill thing, right? Here's his idea. Wife covers it up. Hopefully the camera's covered, right? And here he goes. There he goes. Scratch, right? They think they're so slick. Think they're getting away, but the camera caught his face, and hopefully he gets caught, right? And this is what's going on. Lunacy. Look at this guy. Look at this guy right here on a souped up jazzy chair or something. There you go. Oh, look at this fat boy. Goes right full force into that Tesla. And it's so silly, right? They act like they're not being recorded. And this guy right here, easy to find, trust me. How about this guy? This guy. Oh, there it is. Look at always thinking they're slick. But this guy, he was caught. You can see his face right there. He'll be getting a call from law enforcement soon, I'm sure. I'm sure. Look at these two jokers. Look at these two jokers. This is what's going on in this country right now, right? This is what happens when you don't spank your kids. You coddle your kids, and now they're adults and they're living with their parents still, and the parents are still supporting them. No ambition, you know. This is the best they can come with because they have no ambition to be anything else. Just morons, complete morons, and they look so retarded. Right, the one on the left, I can't even tell. Is that a woman or a man? I can't even tell. But they look so retarded. They know that you can't hit them or smack them, or even if you arrest them, they're gonna cry for the sympathy card because they're two complete douchebag nerds. You know, and it's sad. Just sad. This is the deterioration of the United States. This is what's happening when you have liberal professors and all them indoctrinating your children. This is what they become. Look at this joker right here. This guy's such a moron. I wish there was a brick wall in front of his car so he'd just like smash into it. But this guy, he's so stupid. This guy right here, like these videos are being shown to everyone. There's people right now that have cell phones in prison and they're looking at this guy show his disgusting parts, right? And they're just waiting for him. They're waiting for that guy. When that guy gets in there, oh yeah, they're gonna have their way with him. He's gonna become somebody's woman. I ain't gonna say the harsher word, but we know where I'm going with that. Anyways, my name is AP. This is my X account. Please follow me there. I am the owner of the Informator.net, beyond the news and entertainment. So my website, all this is just a work in progress. This is my first YouTube clip. Bear with me. Hopefully, I get better at this. But here's my site, theinformator.net. What are we into there? We're gonna get back to the Tesla, right? We're gonna get back into my topic, which I want to talk about. I want to talk about the Teslas and the protesters and where this is all leading and why it's all important. But before I do that, I want to talk about my page here, theinformator.net. If you're into conspiracies, are you into ancient history? Are you into the Bible? I love all those things. I love true crime. Those are things I'm into. This page it's going to morph into something more refined. But for now, what I have, you can see, like for instance, the dark and mysterious history of tarot cards. If you like things like that, like hey, that's cool to learn about. Short articles. I try to keep them short and entertaining. If you're into any of those things, please visit the site. It's awesome. I'm gonna have more things coming out, more articles. Like for instance, here's the topics at the top: Apocalypse Today. If you're into, like I said, the Bible, and I will tell you, I have read the Bible. I'm not one of those people that say I've read it 3 times and no, I haven't read anything. A lot of people do that. There's a lot of Christians out there that say they're Christian and want to form their Bible around them. I'm not one of those. I believe the Bible is the true word of God, the inspiration. And though I may not live my life perfectly, I know what the Bible says is 100% accurate and true. Um, for years, since the early 90s, I've been in libraries reading everything about UFOs and conspiracies, JFK assassination, all that kind of stuff. I love those topics, but nothing has been better than the Bible. I love the Bible. It's awesome. It's filled with knowledge, and if you really want that relationship with God, He's going to give you the second part of that, which is wisdom. because both of them are mentioned in the Bible. They're both great, as God says, but wisdom is the best of the two. And if you get that, if you read the Bible with that intention, is to gain a relationship with God, He will give you that wisdom, and you will see how it benefits you. That whole brain chip thing that Elon wants to do and make you more intelligent, you're not going to be more intelligent than if you were to read that Bible. You'll see the world in a different light. It's already like having the chip in your brain. You know what I mean? So what I'm telling you, my perspective is going to be leans towards Christianity and the conspiracy part. Like I said, if you are a true Christian, then you already believe in the biggest conspiracy that is yet to come. Okay. So, anyways, that's what the page is all about. Like I said, it's going to have some great articles, talk about ancient relics, talks about some current events, talks about some prophecy, things that have been uncovered. Like, for instance, you heard about the pyramids just a week ago, the pyramids, structures underground. We're going to have a conversation about that. I'm going to have an article about that, along with that wacky story about the remote viewing and finding the lost Ark of the Covenant. Very interesting stuff. That being said, let's get back to this Tesla thing, right? Okay, so when I think of what's going on here, um, with Elon Musk and what he's trying to do, I mean, let's think about it. This guy doesn't have to do these things, but yet here he is trying to gut some of these over bloated government agencies, right? He's trying to cut some of that bloating so we can spend that money useful in other directions. I'm in the belief that we need welfare and stuff like that. I am. But the American tax-paying citizen like myself, it becomes hard to want to support certain programs when you know that we're way overtaxed and the money is just it's not given to the right people. People in these organizations, they're making six-figure salaries, and they don't want to lose their money. They don't want to lose their money, so they're fighting like hell to keep these jobs. But they shouldn't be making that kind of money. 600,000 a year, $500,000 a year, while the average American citizen is what is it, about 45,000? I think is the average low, and I'm sure I'm wrong in there, but it's somewhere around there. I think is that's a crime in itself. So here's Elon trying to, you know, find all this waste so we can put that money elsewhere, do some good with it. And you would think the liberals would back that, but they don't. They don't back it because for several reasons. I mean, for first of all, they don't want to agree with anything that Trump does, no matter how good it is. He said it himself, and it's a fact. They don't because they want to win elections. So all they're doing is going to play politics. Everything is bad. Everything is bad. That's what they're just going to keep saying. And like I said, a lot of these people are making six-figure salaries. They don't want to lose their job. And since they're all lock and step together with the media, the liberal left-wing media, and these institutions and the teachers and all these things like that, they go and spread this information and they get they want the information to go to their foot soldiers who are not all that educated. And most of them are brainwashed. They're brainwashed to be that. They don't want them to be smarter because if they were really more smarter, more wise, then they would see that they're just being played. You know what I mean? That's what's going on here. They're being played, and they're really there just to fight for them, for their salaries, and their elite way of life. And I think that's sad because, like I said, there's a lot of money that could be saved and be spent for the better of all Americans. But they're attacking Elon Musk with this whole Tesla thing, and it's going to take effect. I mean, think about it. If you were considering buying a Tesla, you may not want to buy one now because what do you want to? You go into a store, right? Go get your groceries or whatever you're buying, and then you come out and find your Tesla. Somebody spray painted all over it, graffitied it, putting dents in it, scratched it up, just they'll vandalize it. And who wants that? Who wants that headache? Most of us just want to go to work and come home and live our lives. We don't want to, we always, I think a lot of us think about what we're going to do on our days off. So because we work hard all week, we're not trying to get in these things that take us away from that, like more responsibility other than work and taking care of our families. So I think it is having an effect. And here's another thing: what the left wants is, because this is eventually going to happen. If it hasn't happened yet, you heard it here first. It will happen. The bully can only bully their victim for so long before the victim strikes back. And this is exactly what they're hoping for. They're hoping for an event, right? A violent event to take place where, somebody gets hurt really badly or, sadly even dies, so they can go and just broadcast it all their channels and outlets, and just go on and on about how not just the right but the far right, because that's what they do, right? They hyperbolically, they they like to just over exaggerate everything. Like whenever they lose an argument, right? They call you a racist or something like that, because that's the only way they can try to win an argument, is that try to attack you in an extreme fashion, using words and stuff like that just don't make any sense, because it's just stupid. And so that's what they want to do. They hope something violent happens so they can blast it all over the media and say, look at the far right, look what they're doing again. Because whenever you bring up the stuff they do, the vandalism, like, do you hear anyone on the media like saying, hey, they shouldn't be doing this? If they do, it's very seldom. It's not a message that everybody's hearing, because they do want this to happen. There's already been plenty of times where you've heard media heads kind of like, disguising their push for this type of nonsense. Because this is what they want. They always do this, right? You look at what the liberals do every time, like when Donald Trump was in office last time, right? They act like just overgrown children. Whenever you have to scold your child, put them on a timeout, you got those children that scream and they pout, they scream and they pout because they're not getting their way. That is the liberal party today, and that's how their foot soldiers act, their voters act. Not maybe not all of them. I'm not gonna say well all of them, obviously, but a large section. They cry, they cry over and over, trying to get their way. They break stuff, right? They vandalize businesses. This is what they always do. This is the game plan. And so they're hoping something violent happens. And the only thing they can ever go back to is January 6th, which, come on, everybody knows that there's a lot of, it was sus, right? Right? Ain't that what the young people say? Sus. That was suspect. That whole thing, January 6th, being let in, video showing that. We know they knew, they were hoping to cause a stir in the Trump supporters, so they can film them and say, look at them, look at, we can never go back. It's all planned. All that stuff was planned. Most of us know that. Anyone with the brain knows that. And that's all the liberals can bring back, right? January 6th. Look at you guys, January 6th. Look what you did on January 6th. Like, no, there's nothing compared to what they do. They constantly cause this type of trouble. And the sad thing is, like, it's like they're sick and you're trying to help them and they don't see it. They resist the help that could benefit everybody, you know. But going back to what I said about the media, see, they want this violent episode to happen so they can plaster it all over the news, right? And paint this picture. But yet, how long did they show, how long did they cover Trump when that assassinate with the assassination, right? When the bullet hit his ear. I mean, that thing was in and out of the media, like, and I don't even know if it lasted 2 weeks. I mean, it quickly went on to back pages of the mainstream media. But like I'm telling you, many people are getting six-figure jobs. You know what? Matter of fact, let's prove this real quick. Before I end this video, I think we're going to prove this real quick. Check this out. Check this out. Hey, Chatty, you there?
I'm here. What's going on?
Once again, I have a question. With these government agencies that Elon Musk and Doge is trying to, how he's putting his hands on them and trying to get rid of the bloat. Do the heads of those organizations, do they make six figures?
Generally, yes, heads of government agencies typically earn six-figure salaries. It varies by agency and position, but most senior officials are well compensated for their roles.
And that comes via the taxpayer, right?
That's right. Funding for those salaries comes from taxpayer dollars allocated through the federal budget.
Yeah, I'm letting the people know on my podcast here. This is AI. I call him Chatty. He's my guy for some good information, and there you have it. He's telling you right there that most of these people make huge amounts of money that are at the top of these organizations.
Happy to help, Anthony. If there's anything else you want to cover, just let me know.
Okay, thank you. So there you have it. That's right there. That was Chat GBG. I call him Chatty. He just said it right there. They make so much money, and that's why they're so angry. They're so angry about what's going on because who wants to lose that kind of job, right? That cushy job where half of them don't show up to work. That's what's going on, America. That's what's going on. And if you're a liberal by any chance and you're hearing this, come on, man. You know what I mean? You go ahead, blast me if you want on the comments, whatever. But think about it. Just think about it. You know, what I'm telling you, it's not lies, it's facts. So think about it. You're just being used. Till next time. Follow me on Twitter, page, the informator.net. Go subscribe. I got some good things coming your way. Till next time, see you.